Get to know Tatiana Jerome. She's the amazing author of 43 Affirmation journals and the owner of Set and Soul, an online one-stop shop for accessories, jewelry, skincare, and much more. Tatiana Jerome, I am so excited to feature you on the Chandria Show today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Of course. Let's dive right in. Tell me about yourself and your business, Set in Soul. I love that name.
Oh, thank you. Set in Soul. Well, I'm just someone who just likes to read and write. And then I started a Facebook page just randomly one day. And, I would just put some of my writings on there and things. And I was really talking to myself through it. And so with that, just people gravitated towards it. And then I wrote my first book. And then so people liked the book and wanted more. I had no intention of doing more. In fact, I didn't even really have intention of writing the book, but it was because people said you should write a book. And then I guess, a life event happened where I was like, oh, I need to get this all out. So it was easy to write it. And then from there, that's how Set and Soul came, because I was like, okay, let me do journals, because that's what I do. I journal. And then being on Facebook was a form of journaling for me as well. So that was it. And then so Set and Soul just came about. And it was crazy because I had Set and Soul already sitting there as a domain name. And I was like, I'm going to use it for something. I don't know what. It's been there for years. And then it just fit. So I was like, okay, there you go.
So journaling is a big part of your life. What was the inspiration to actually turn it into a business though?
When I was like, you could journal for this, you could journal for that. And I'm like, well, I went through some pain, and you already know pain and profit. So I'm like, well, we're not going to just sit here, and I don't know how to get it out to the people in terms of a digital way. So I just said, let me just create a book. And then in the beginning, honestly, for those who caught it, I did give it away for free. I was just like, here you go. And then I'm like, wait a minute, let me just sell this. And then it went from there.
Wow, that's fantastic. So I visited your website, setandsoul.com, and I saw a line of amazing products, from your journals to your pens to your body scrubs. What other products do you have available?
We have apparel. I'm trying to think because I blanked out. We have some jewelry. Yeah, and then we're just planning on expanding some more into planners and just, getting anything that feels good, that's natural. That's what I want to get into, like the teas and stuff. So again, it's about feeling good on the inside and then transforming that out. And that's a big thing. So when people write in these journals, and journals are a big thing right now because that's what we have a lot of, but they just feel good, and they feel like, oh wow, like my best friend. So that's the feeling we're trying to get from people, like releasing, not just like, oh, clothes and you feel good, but we want it on the inside. And then now we could get to the outside part.
I love that you created that atmosphere for people to be at home, find relief, find that peace by journaling, by writing, have, your, the scrubs for the bath. Like, you really thought about, that experience for people. And I love that part. I love that so much.
Thank you.
The breakup journal really caught my eye. Who is that particular journal for?
That was actually the first one created. So that was for anyone who's going through a breakup, even if the breakup was like 10 years ago and you still don't feel like you healed from it. Could have happened 2 minutes ago. Or, if you just need a place to release and your friends are tired of hearing about you talking about it, and you just need, it's your place where you could be your best friend and just let it all out and really dissect it so that way you could do better moving forward.
I like that.
Oh, that's where the business takes for.
Are there probing questions in there to kind of help you, like guide you through the breakup? Like, how are you feeling today? Is it set up?
Yeah, it's set up. It's in 3 sections, but the beginning part is about your relationship. So it's asking you these guided questions so you can dissect. It's not just on the other person, but yourself, and looking to see how you contributed to this breakup as well as the other person. And then it goes into stages so that way you can move forward. And then you have the daily questions asking you more self-care questions like, what do I need from me today? and then going on like that.
I like that question. What do I need from you today? That's gonna stick.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
that.
No problem.
Out of all of your products, and you have so many, which I think is outstanding, what are a few of your favorites and why?
It's hard because every time I create something new, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. I like the Exo Spirit journal, just because that's based on spirituality. I mean, they all are, but that one really focuses on Christ and growing spiritually, intuitively connected. I like that too, because I get into periods of seasons where I want to do certain things, and I notice every year around a certain time things happen. So that breaks that down. I don't know. I have a lot that I like, but those are my ones. Yeah, those are my. And then the business journal.
The business journal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, business journal is good. I think that's good.
Okay. I read a statement of yours online that says the soul comes alive when an individual nurtures and places a priority on self-care. In what ways have you practiced self-care before and after COVID-19?
Some of the things I've maintained, in the same, I've maintained. Meditation is the biggest thing. Prayer is the biggest thing for me. Right now that I'm a mom, it's a lot of, it's been tougher. But now I know I have to wake up even earlier to do the things that I need to do, because there has been a period where I let that go. And then I realized, whoa, I got to reel that back, because I was losing myself in that. So meditation is the heaviest thing. Just now, even more appreciation for the littlest things, being able to go to the bathroom by myself, like those types of things are, that's how I'm able to practice it. Gratitude and meditation and prayer, lots of prayer. And just having 5 minutes alone makes a big difference.
I can only imagine. How old is your child?
She just turned 8 months today, so yeah, that's a big thing.
Oh, new mommy. You still on. Oh,
yeah.
The baby seat in there with you. Okay. So precious. Motherhood is
Thank
awesome.
you.
Tell me about the books and journals that you've written and created, and who your ideal reader, like who did you have in mind? Did I read correctly that you've written over 43 journals?
Yeah, 43, and then I have a whole set more coming out, and then I'm done. So
I don't believe you. I think you have so much more to give.
I'm done. The person in mind is anybody who's interested in self-care. Anyone who's tired, anyone who's like looking for a way out and is just tired of the rat race and tired of feeling, a certain type of way, and know they're not living their best life. And so, and not just the term, my best life, but really not living to their full potential, not doing, a lot of times we're always just like, I used to feel like this. I used to live like this. Oh, when I was younger, I didn't have cares in the world, or I knew how to live without fear, stuff like that. And I don't want to say getting back to that place, but being at that place, but better now with the situations you have going on. So people who are into that, people who are trying to get into that, that's who my audience is.
I love that so much. I love that you have that affinity for helping other people become better versions of themselves.
Yeah.
I know, healthcare, mental health and all of that is so important, but I think as people we just take on so much before we ask for help, so you created so many tools for us to just kind of self-reflect, heal, on our own. It'll aid in our healing, and I feel like we can heal from things much faster, and then get back to the life that we want. So kudos to you.
Thank you. But yeah, it definitely is a feeling like even when you're sitting with a friend or anybody and you could just feel some sort of their heaviness, or if it doesn't feel authentic and you're just like, I just want you to live your best, and then we could really generally have a conversation where we're both feeling great, not just like putting on airs or anything else like that.
That seems to be like a really special part of you. How long can you think back to when your affinity for helping people started? That's a part of you to create. It works with other people in mind.
I really don't know how long. I feel like it's been
it's just me. It's what I do.
Yeah, I feel like, and like I said, I'm introverted, so it's not like I like being around a whole bunch of people and talking all the time and all this other stuff. But I feel like, I don't know, it's just one of those things that I've been doing for so long. And it's like, okay, if I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to always ask you questions. I'm always going to want to get to that part of you and then feel like we're both connected in some way. So I think that's what made it so natural for me. But I don't know.
I don't know. I appreciate that quality in you. I appreciate your gift to the world. And I also appreciate how you single-handedly created a business that surrounds, helping people become better versions. So I'm excited about everything that Set and Soul is doing. And
thank you.
If anyone is watching that's interested in your books, your products, anything like that, what's the best way for them to connect with you and follow your journey?
setandsoul.com. To connect with me, TatianaJerome.com. On my Instagram, it's Tatiana Jerome, .Jerome. Facebook, same thing. Any of those things. You can just email me. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I try to answer.
Best wishes on everything, your business, motherhood.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stay safe during the quarantine and take care, okay?
You too. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.